when you go up there to the big boys, Paul Kearnsey, them main boys, you don't want none. You understand me, boys?
You know, levied goods, so that you know you if you've been allowed in previously, they can come back and then false entry because they'd levied goods in there. But she's never had you at her door yet, so that shouldn't come up. Is that right?
I think the best thing for her to do is, I know maybe she's neighbour or whatever, I can understand, but I think the best thing for her to do is contact that enforcement agent on that case to inform that agent of what's going on, because it's best just to keep in contact with them. They'll have a lot more understanding, and they won't be so, they'll be ignoring you or things like that, because sometimes they do think, if they don't get a response, that people are just like, no, can't avoid it kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've got to say, you've just passed the test with flying colours, because you've actually picked up on what I said right at the start, which was that she's disabled and therefore vulnerable. Most bailiff companies, in my experience, would try and say that she isn't vulnerable, so they could carry on and try and collect the debt. So hats off to you. You sound like a really decent human being.
Thank you very much. Well, I wouldn't want anything like that to happen to anyone, and obviously if she's in that situation, she's vulnerable. I just think that the best thing to do is to inform that agent, so they are aware of this as well. Yeah.
Hopefully they'll have as much integrity and morals as you have, because most bailiffs just see money flying away from them when they realise that they've got a vulnerable person in front of them. So, babe, thank you ever so much for your time. You've been really helpful.
No problem. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
And it all gets worked out for you.
Great. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
First time I've ever spoken to a bailiff company, I think, that has actually picked up on the she's disabled, because right at the end of the call I was going to say, oh, by the way, I did tell you she's disabled. Did that not make her vulnerable? So I'll put a link in the comments for the vulnerability letters. And remember, guys, it's not just being disabled that makes you vulnerable. If you are recently bereaved, if you're having a hard time with depression, stress and stuff like that, and this goes back to the Equalities Act of 2010, if you're impaired, and you don't need medical evidence to say that. I mean, medical evidence is really good, having a letter from your doctor saying this person is stressed, this person, is vulnerable, is brilliant. But a lot of the time they don't accept them. You've just got to keep going with it. If you keep going with it, it makes it harder and harder for them to deny it. Don't just accept them saying, we don't think you're vulnerable, and then roll over to them. Don't do that. This is a golden bullet. The vulnerability letters is a golden bullet, but you've got to be persistent with it. You've got to force it. And if you've got a friend that likes an argument, that wants to do it for you, that's even better, because the fact that a friend's doing it means that you're vulnerable. Hope this helps.
Good morning from the beautiful city of Portland, Oregon.
These are images and video from an army of citizen journalists in Portland who have been documenting a city in decline. Public drug abuse, addicts sprawled on the sidewalks or wandering the streets. tent encampments on many street corners and fires seen burning along the roadways. What used to be one of America's most beautiful and livable cities is being slowly destroyed by epidemic levels of crime, drug abuse, homelessness, and mental illness. One local is called Portland an open-air insane asylum. We went to one of Portland's many tent encampments with drug and alcohol counselor Kevin Dahlgren, who's trying to help the city's addicts. Many of the tents you see here are supplied by Multnomah County. Dahlgren believes at least some officials are okay with what's happened to the city.
How could they not be okay with it for as long as this has gone on, right? Every day we walk past these camps, we see people languishing and dying on the streets. That is not okay. Every year we say this is a state of emergency, right? But who here is treating it like a true state of emergency?
Dahlgren says activists actually put up empty tents to attract more tents.
That is a common practice, to erect tents, to invite homeless to be homeless, right? And that makes our job now 10 times harder. They will just erect the tents in hopes that a person will find the tent and move inside.
During our time with Dahlgren, he met one homeless man who said he was given a bus ticket to Portland by the city of Billings, Montana. Portland has become a mecca for addicts and drug dealers who have migrated here from across the country to take advantage of weak drug laws. It's also attracted drug cartels. There were 11 drug overdoses on March 31st alone, and one pill of fentanyl can cost as little as $1.
I feel like we've invited people to come to our city to kill themselves.
A Portland photographer who goes by the street name of Michelle Ghost has been capturing the decline of the city through her lens.
We're giving them the tools that they need to stay alive just long enough to end up dying on our streets.
After rioting over George Floyd's death resulted in the destruction of large parts of Portland in 2020, Mayor Ted Wheeler thanked the rioters before he was hit with tear gas. Things got worse for the city when Oregon voters approved Measure 110. It decriminalized possession of small amounts of drugs, making it a healthcare issue and not a crime. Police officials say it's led to a huge increase in the amount of drugs on the streets, which has led to a surge in crime. It wasn't always like this.
Portland, Oregon, one of the nation's most beautiful cities. The citizens of Portland attend many fine churches. It is a family town, a good place to bring up children.
In Portland today, a viral video shows a man using drugs in front of a child. Just last week, a man beat someone with a golf club in front of this Portland restaurant. The nervous owners then offered the attacker hot coffee, which he dumped on the victim. 79% of businesses surveyed in Portland have been victims of vandalism or break-ins. 19% have been vandalized at least 5 times.
Our business has been vandalized over half a dozen times. We've had 5 burglaries in our business. We've had over $100,000 worth of impact.
Walmart and Cracker Barrel are part of a wave of businesses that have fled the city. More than 2,600 downtown businesses have left.
I'm very frustrated with what's going on.
Tech company owner Gabe Johnson is also looking to relocate.
By us continuing to keep our business in the Multnomah County and the Portland city limits, we are giving money to the father. And so we're going to move.
Portland's social experiment, this progressive experiment, has gone colossally bad.
Jeff and Angela are Portland business owners and community reporters with PDX Real.
I can't stress it enough. It has impacted everything from our banks are being broken into, ATMs are being stolen. We have people that are just going to work, walking in their neighborhood, being assaulted.
It's like it's in some sort of like controlled demolition, really. And when I say that, it's because a lot of this stuff comes from policy.
Lax laws against car theft have made stealing cars a growth industry in Portland. 1 out of every 2 police stops in the city involves a stolen car. We went to one of Portland's former CHOP sites with Nick Haas, the founder of Guardians Theft Recovery, a community-based group that has helped recover more than 700 stolen vehicles.
This is the site of the Midway Chop operation. The Midway Chop operated for about 6 to 9 months, and our crew estimates about 250 to 300 stolen vehicles were illegally processed and cut up into pieces at this site. And they knew that there was basically catch and release. If you got caught with a stolen vehicle, you're going to get booked, you're going to get held for about 48 hours, you're going to get put back out on the street. So it kind of became like a candy land for them.
Critics call Portland the poster child for what happens when progressive policy goes too far. Portland officials are now conducting tent sweeps to clean up the city. And some believe Portland may be turning the corner. But drug abuse, homelessness, and crime remain high.
Imagine, absent some of the decay we've seen, what a great place it could be to live.
MC Street Truth is the alias of a Portland businessman who co-founded the Coalition to Save Portland with Gabe Johnson.
I remember when we used to celebrate the idea that Portland's weird. This is kind of how it is. It's weird, it's quirky. It's not funny. We'd like to go back to where Portland was just weird, not scary.
One writer asked, how long does it take for a city to die? Dale Hurd, CBN News, Portland.